Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you a question. What does success mean to you? Not what the world tells you it should be, not what social media screams at you, but to you. Because if you're chasing someone else's idea of success, you're already on the wrong track. You've got to define it for yourself. That's the first secret. Success isn't about what you have, it's about who you are. Now, let's talk about faith. If you want to go far, you've got to believe. Believe in a higher power, believe in yourself, and believe in the process, even when it's messy. Especially when it's messy. Because fear will whisper in your ear and tell you to quit, to shrink, to stop dreaming. But faith will push you forward when fear tries to hold you back. Success doesn't come wrapped in a bow. It comes wrapped in work. Hard work. But hear me on this: success isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Day in, day out. It's showing up when it's hard, when you're tired, when no one's clapping for you. Because the applause doesn't build character, the grind does. And let me tell you, the path to success, it's not a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and struggles. But don't run from the struggle, lean into it. Struggle is where strength is born. Every time you fall, get up stronger. Every time you're told no, you're one step closer to a yes. Here's another secret before success shows up in your life. You've got to see it in your mind. Vision is the blueprint. What do you see for yourself? Because if you can't picture it, you can't pursue it. Hold on to that vision tightly and let it guide your steps. But don't get it twisted. Vision without action is just a daydream. You've got to be ready for the grind. Talent might open the door, but hard work will keep you in the room. Every great achiever had to put in the hours, the sweat, and the sacrifices to stay on top. And when you start climbing that ladder, don't forget to reach back. Lift as you climb. Success is empty if it's just about you. Bring someone else along for the ride. Share your knowledge, your resources, your blessings. Now let's talk about discipline. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It means saying no to distractions, no to shortcuts, and yes to the hard road. Greatness isn't for the distracted, it's for the dedicated. And don't forget gratitude. Gratitude is a multiplier. When you're thankful for what you have, even the little things, the universe has a way of giving you more to be grateful for. Success without gratitude is hollow. Finally, never settle. Success is a journey, not a destination. Keep growing, keep evolving, keep striving for better. The minute you get comfortable, you stop climbing. And let me tell you, there's no limit to what you can achieve if you're willing to keep pushing. So, what's the secret to unstoppable success? It's faith, grit, vision, gratitude, and a heart willing to serve. It's about staying hungry but never forgetting to be humble. And most of all, it's about never giving up on your dreams, on yourself, and on the life you were meant to live. Success is personal. It's not a one-size-fits-all concept or a rigid standard defined by society, family, or peers. Too often, people get caught up in chasing someone else's idea of success: a bigger paycheck, a fancy title, a picture-perfect life that fits neatly into a social media feed. But let me tell you something, if you're living someone else's dream, you'll never feel fulfilled. True success starts with a deep understanding of who you are and what truly matters to you. To define success on your terms, you've got to get real with yourself. Ask the hard questions: what makes you come alive? What drives you? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Forget the noise of what you're supposed to do or who you're expected to be. This is about tuning out the world and tuning into your own soul. For some, success might look like building a multi-million-dollar business or climbing the corporate ladder. For others, it might mean nurturing a loving family, making art that inspires, or simply finding peace in everyday life. Neither is better than the other, as long as it's authentic to you. It's not about comparing yourself to others, it's about competing with the person you were yesterday. And here's the thing, your definition of success can change. It should change. As you grow, evolve, and experience life, your priorities will shift. That's not failure, that's growth. Give yourself permission to rewrite your definition of success as you discover more about who you are and what you want. Remember, success isn't just about achieving goals, it's about alignment. It's about living a life that feels true to you, where your values, actions, and purpose all line up. That's when you'll find real fulfillment, not in the applause of others, but in the quiet knowing that you're living life on your own terms. Faith is the anchor that keeps you steady in the storms of life. It's the belief in things unseen, the conviction that something greater is guiding your steps, even when the path ahead looks unclear. Fear, on the other hand, is the thief of dreams. It whispers doubts in your ear, magnifies your insecurities, and tries to convince you that you're not good enough, not ready, or not worthy. But let me tell you something, fear is a liar. It only has power over you if you let it. Choosing faith over fear isn't easy. Fear often shouts louder, while faith speaks in a calm, steady voice. Fear will demand that you stay comfortable, play small, and avoid risks. Faith, however, calls you to step into the unknown, to trust the process, and to believe in possibilities beyond your immediate understanding. Faith doesn't promise that the road will be easy, but it assures you that every step will be worth it. Faith isn't just a passive belief, it's an active decision. It's waking up every day and choosing to trust that the work you're putting in will pay off, even when you don't see results yet. It's about believing in your potential when no one else does. It's holding on to hope when fear is screaming at you to let go. Fear will tell you that failure is the end, but faith knows that failure is just a lesson. Fear will make you think you're alone, but faith reminds you that you're never walking this journey by yourself. Whether you draw strength from a higher power, from your inner resilience, or from the love and support of those around you, faith is the fuel that keeps you moving forward. The truth is, fear will always show up. It's part of being human. But the secret to unstoppable success lies in choosing faith every time. Trust that you are stronger than your fears. Trust that the dream planted in your heart is there for a reason. And trust that, with faith, you can overcome any obstacle and rise to heights you never imagined possible. Success isn't built in one grand moment. It's forged in the quiet repetition of small actions, day after day. Consistency is the secret ingredient that separates those who dream from those who achieve. While perfection is often an illusion, consistency is a choice. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and staying committed, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Perfection can be paralyzing. It whispers in your ear that if you can't do something flawlessly, you shouldn't do it at all. It tricks you into waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect circumstances. But let me tell you something, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The people who succeed aren't the ones who get it right every time, they're the ones who keep going, even when they get it wrong. Consistency, on the other hand, is powerful because it builds momentum. Every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you're moving closer to your goals. You're creating habits, strengthening your discipline, and building resilience. The results might not show up immediately, but over time, those small steps compound into something extraordinary. Being consistent doesn't mean being perfect, it means being persistent. It means getting back up when you fall, correcting course when you make a mistake, and continuing to push forward when progress feels slow. It's about embracing the process, understanding that growth happens in the effort, not just in the outcome. Here's the truth, success is rarely flashy. It's not always the big wins or the highlight reels, it's the early mornings, the late nights, and the hours spent working when no one is watching. It's about mastering the art of showing up for yourself, even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. When you focus on consistency over perfection, you free yourself from the pressure to have it all figured out. You learn to celebrate progress instead of obsessing over flaws. And most importantly, you give yourself permission to grow step by step into the person you're meant to be. Struggle is not the enemy of success, it's the very foundation of it. Too often we view challenges as roadblocks, something to avoid or minimize. But the truth is, struggle is where strength is born. It's in the difficult moments, the ones that test your patience, your resolve, and your faith, that you discover what you're truly made of. Life isn't meant to be smooth all the time. Growth happens in the discomfort, not in the comfort zone. The obstacles you face aren't there to stop you, they're there to prepare you, to shape you, to make you stronger. Every setback, every failure is a stepping stone to something greater. Struggle isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's often a sign that you're on the right path. Think about it, a seed has to push through the dirt before it can become a tree. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Muscles grow through resistance. The same is true for you. The struggles you face aren't there to break you, they're there to build you. But embracing the struggle doesn't mean you have to love it in the moment. It's not about pretending it's easy or painless. It's about recognizing that the pain has a purpose. It's about trusting that the hard times are teaching you lessons that success can't. Struggle builds resilience, teaches you patience, and gives you the tools to handle the blessings that are on their way. When you embrace the struggle, you take away its power to defeat you. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what can I learn from this? You realize that every challenge carries an opportunity, a chance to grow, to rise, and to become better than you were before. Struggle will always be a part of the journey, but how you respond to it is what makes the difference. You can let it crush you, or you can let it transform you. When you choose to embrace the struggle, you turn pain into power, setbacks into setups, and obstacles into opportunities. And that's where true success begins. Before you can achieve anything in life, you have to see it clearly in your mind. Vision is the blueprint for success. It's where everything begins. Without a vision, you're like a ship without a destination, drifting wherever the current takes you. But when you have a clear vision, you're not just wandering, you're moving with purpose. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by accident. They saw it first. They imagined the life they wanted, the goals they would achieve, and the impact they would make long before it became real. That's because vision creates focus, and focus creates momentum. When you know where you're going, it's easier to make decisions, set priorities, and stay on track. But vision isn't just about dreaming big. It's about dreaming vividly. It's about seeing every detail, feeling every emotion, and believing that it's already yours, even before you take the first step. Close your eyes and picture it. What does your success look like? What does it feel like? How will it change your life and the lives of those around you? The more specific your vision, the stronger it becomes. Vision isn't just wishful thinking, it's a call to action. When you truly see your goals and dreams, it ignites a fire within you. It gives you the motivation to keep going, even when the road gets tough. It reminds you why you started and keeps you moving forward when fear and doubt try to hold you back. But vision alone isn't enough. It's the starting point, not the finish line. You have to back it up with action. Every decision you make, every step you take should be aligned with that vision. Keep it at the forefront of your mind and let it guide your choices. The clearer your vision, the less room there is for distractions or detours. Don't be afraid to dream big. The only limits are the ones you place on yourself. If you can see it, you can achieve it, but only if you believe in it wholeheartedly and work toward it relentlessly. Vision isn't just about what you want, it's about who you're willing to become to make it happen. Remember, reality starts in the mind. The life you're living now was shaped by the thoughts and choices you made yesterday. If you want to change your reality, start by changing your vision. Dream it. Believe it. Pursue it. That's how you turn vision into reality. Success doesn't come easy. It's not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for the perfect opportunity. It's about being willing to put in the work day in and day out, even when no one is watching, and even when it seems like the results are slow to show. The grind is where the magic happens. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of instant success, the quick wins, and the glamorous rewards. But those moments are rare, and they're usually the result of years of hard, consistent work behind the scenes. The grind is where most people fail because it's where the real work happens, the part that requires discipline, sacrifice, and patience. It's the long hours, the repeated failures, the moments when you want to quit. But the grind is also where you grow. It's where you develop your skills, your character, and your resilience. Being ready for the grind means accepting that success is not an overnight journey. It's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be days when you're exhausted, when you feel like you're not making progress, when you wonder if all this effort is worth it. Those are the days that separate the dreamers from the achievers. Those are the days when you've got to dig deep and remind yourself why you're doing this in the first place. You've got to be willing to sacrifice, to put in the extra work, to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. That's what the grind requires: mental toughness and an unshakable commitment to your goals. When you're ready for the grind, you stop waiting for motivation, you create it. You don't rely on the external factors to drive you. You find the strength within to keep going, even when it's hard. The grind is also where you build the habits that lead to success. It's not about grand gestures or sporadic efforts. It's about showing up every day with the mindset that you are going to put in the work, no matter how small the task may seem. The more you commit to the grind, the more it becomes a part of who you are. It turns from something you have to do into something you are. Success is built in the grind. The results will come, but they only come when you've shown the consistency, the work ethic, and the perseverance to keep going, even when it feels like you're stuck. The grind is tough, but it's also where your greatness is forged. Embrace it. Get comfortable with it. Because if you're not ready for the grind, you're not ready for the success that comes with it. Success doesn't just belong to you, it's meant to be shared. As you rise and achieve your goals, it's your responsibility to reach back and lift others along the way. True success isn't measured by how high you can climb, but by how many people you can bring with you. If you only focus on your own ascent, you're missing the point. The power of success lies not in hoarding it for yourself, but in using it as a platform to elevate others. When you climb, bring someone with you. It doesn't matter if it's a colleague, a friend, a family member, or even someone you don't know personally. If you have knowledge, experience, or resources that can help someone else succeed, don't hesitate to offer them. Your success is not diminished by helping others succeed, it's amplified. Because when you lift others, you create a cycle of support, encouragement, and collaboration. You build a community of people who are all striving for something greater than themselves. Lifting as you climb also means teaching others the lessons you've learned along the way. Don't keep your struggles, your victories, or your mistakes to yourself. Share your journey so that others don't have to start from scratch. The wisdom you've gained from overcoming obstacles can be a guiding light for someone else navigating similar challenges. You don't need to be perfect to help others, you just need to be willing to share what you know. Helping others doesn't always mean offering advice or mentorship. It can also mean creating opportunities, open doors for others. If you have the power to introduce someone to a key connection, offer them a chance, or open a door that might have been closed to them, do it. Every opportunity you provide is another step toward lifting someone else up, and it's a reminder that success is never truly yours alone. In lifting others, you also strengthen yourself. There's a certain fulfillment that comes from helping someone else achieve their dreams. It reminds you of why you started, and it reignites the fire in you to keep pushing forward. It also deepens your gratitude, as you realize that your success is not just the result of your efforts, but also of the people who helped you along the way. Remember, the higher you climb, the more people are watching. They're not just watching your success, they're watching how you handle it. When you lift as you climb, you show the world that success isn't just about getting to the top. It's about how you make the journey better for others. When you help others rise, you raise the level of the entire community. And that's the kind of success that truly matters. Success requires discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about making the tough choices and staying committed to your goals, even when distractions pull at you from every direction. Discipline isn't glamorous, and it's not always easy. It's not about waiting for the perfect motivation to strike. It's about doing the work consistently, day after day, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Success is built on the foundation of small, disciplined actions that compound over time. But discipline isn't the only ingredient. Sacrifice is the other side of the coin. Sacrifice means giving up something in the short term to achieve something greater in the long term. It's about understanding that not everything you want is possible right now. To reach your goals, you have to let go of the distractions, the comforts, and the habits that don't align with your vision. Sacrifice often means making difficult decisions, missing out on the party because you're working on your craft, saying no to the extra TV time to get ahead, or choosing a path that's less traveled because you know it will lead you to greater rewards. The price of success is not always measured in money, it's often measured in time, effort, and the things you're willing to give up. You'll have to sacrifice comfort, sleep, free time, and sometimes relationships or activities that seem appealing in the moment but won't help you achieve your vision. It's not about giving up everything that brings you joy, but about making choices that serve your higher purpose. The more focused you are, the easier it becomes to prioritize what truly matters. When you're disciplined and willing to sacrifice, you shift your mindset. You stop thinking about what you're losing and start focusing on what you're gaining. Each small sacrifice is an investment in your future. Each moment of discipline is a step toward the life you've dreamed of. But discipline and sacrifice aren't just about working harder, they're about working smarter. They're about learning to say no to the things that don't align with your goals and yes to the things that push you forward. Sacrifice doesn't mean being busy all the time, it means being intentional with your time and energy. It's about understanding the difference between short-term gratification and long-term success. As you embrace discipline and sacrifice, you begin to understand the deeper value of hard work. It's not just about the grind, it's about the growth that happens in the process. Discipline sharpens you, sacrifice strengthens you. And in the end, they both build a life that is far more fulfilling than any shortcut or easy path ever could be. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the world. It's easy to overlook, especially when we're focused on what we don't have or what we're still trying to achieve. But gratitude is a game changer. It has the ability to multiply the good in your life, no matter how small it may seem in the moment. When you live with a heart of gratitude, everything around you shifts. You begin to see the blessings in the things you once took for granted. Gratitude doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your entire perspective on life. The more you practice gratitude, the more you open yourself to receiving. You attract more of what you appreciate because when you're grateful for what you have, you're signaling to the universe that you're ready to receive even more. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It turns challenges into opportunities and failures into lessons. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what you lack, gratitude redirects your attention to the abundance that already exists in your life. Gratitude also keeps you humble. It reminds you that you didn't get here alone. Every success, every achievement, every step forward is built on the foundation of others, whether it's the support of loved ones, the lessons from mentors, or the kindness of strangers. Gratitude keeps you grounded, recognizing that while hard work is essential, it's also the help and guidance of others that makes success possible. But gratitude isn't just about being thankful for what's already in your life, it's about cultivating an attitude of abundance. It's about looking at the world with a sense of appreciation, knowing that there's more than enough to go around. The more grateful you are, the more you'll see opportunities, resources, and solutions where others see obstacles. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from fear to possibility. Living with gratitude is also contagious. When you express appreciation, you inspire others to do the same. Gratitude has the power to strengthen relationships, create deeper connections, and build communities of support and encouragement. It creates a ripple effect. What you put out into the world comes back to you multiplied. A single act of gratitude can shift the energy of an entire room, a project, or even a life. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's an action. It's about expressing thankfulness in your words, your deeds, and your mindset. When you approach life with a spirit of gratitude, you begin to see just how much you have to be thankful for, and that recognition multiplies everything you already have. Gratitude is the multiplier that turns the small things into the big things, the simple moments into lasting memories, and the work you do into a life well lived. Settling is easy. It's comfortable. It's the path of least resistance, the one that demands the least effort and presents the fewest challenges. But settling is also the thief of potential. When you settle, you accept things as they are, even if they aren't everything you're capable of. You stop striving for growth, and you stop challenging yourself to be better. To settle is to close the door on your dreams and limit yourself to what is familiar rather than what is possible. But evolution, personal growth, is the key to unlocking a life of fulfillment and achievement. It's about never being content with who you are today, but always striving to be better tomorrow. It's about understanding that no matter how much you've accomplished, there's always more to learn, more to achieve, and more to become. You are not defined by where you've been, but by where you're going. Evolution means embracing change, even when it feels uncomfortable. It means accepting that growth often comes with challenges, setbacks, and failures. It's about being willing to push past your limits, to step outside of your comfort zone, and to take risks that will expand your horizons. Evolution is about taking what you've learned and using it to build a better version of yourself. It's a constant process of shedding old habits, outdated thinking, and self-imposed limitations. Every day is an opportunity to evolve. Every setback is an invitation to grow stronger. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. You can't afford to stand still in a world that's constantly changing. If you're not evolving, you're stagnating, and stagnation is the enemy of success. The key to evolution is adaptability. Life will throw obstacles at you, things won't always go as planned, and the road will not always be smooth. But those who succeed are the ones who are willing to adapt, to embrace the unexpected, and to keep moving forward even when things get tough. When you learn to evolve with the circumstances, to stay flexible, and to continue growing despite the challenges, you build resilience and strength. Never settle, because settling is the opposite of progress. When you stop pushing, when you stop striving, you stop growing. There's always another level to reach, another challenge to conquer, and another version of yourself to discover. To settle is to rob yourself of that potential. You are capable of more than you can imagine. The only thing standing between you and your fullest potential is your willingness to evolve. Evolving means embracing a mindset of constant improvement. It means asking yourself every day, how can I be better? How can I push myself further? It's about evolving your skills, your mindset, your habits, and your approach to life. And just when you think you've reached the top, remember that evolution isn't a destination, it's a journey. Keep pushing, keep learning, keep evolving, and never settle for anything less than the best version of yourself. Thank you. Go out there and be unstoppable.